so tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense.
Clayton Washington, the ball carrier.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders.
It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A great effort there. 64 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown. Back out to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
This complete to the tight end, Clay. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It's taken to the 26. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A great play there. 62 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They click so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to give.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second down. Flynn throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Jamal Charles on third down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
He was
losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. Operating from the gun. McCann. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, McCann. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. To Marcus Jennings. 29 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Quarterback sack.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Yeah, I'm here.
Charles, here we are in the fourth quarter, and they've got a pretty comfortable lead here. Coach O'Brien, as we talked about, he made those statements about his plans to possibly rotate the quarterbacks, but we have not seen any sign of Tommy Matthews.
And we certainly expected to see him. Look, you and I both sat in there, partner with Coach O'Brien, and he indicated that he planned to rotate quarterbacks to find out what he had. But with the play that he's seen here, he's like any head coach. He reserves the right to...
And that's going to be caught.
Right now, this score of my first college game is 83-0. I'm winning.
Continues to pour it on.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and they could have taken a knee there.
And it's the fourth quarter with 1 minute and 1 second left on the clock.
Their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just
they ain't getting a chance to come back. Too scared to even try.
They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Here's Florida now.
And the thing is, I'm playing my career.
To kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
See how they handle the waning moments of this one. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Flynn. Finding his target, it's Ward. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards
It's
through
hard,
the
my
air,
wife.
first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And he lost the football. Charles loses it.
I'll take that fumble. Thank you. With 8 seconds left on the clock, this game is over. I just recovered a fumble that the opponents made. 8 seconds in the fourth quarter. It is beautiful.
The Gator offense about ready to get this
I'll
next
just see if I
drive
can squeeze in
started.
one
They
more
have that
touchdown.
feeling that has to be the best. You just go out and complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a Coleman.
And this is caught inside the 5.
Right on the 3-yard line. That's game, set, match. It's over. I win.
Today's final score, Gators 84, Trojans nothing.
Poor Tommy Matthews wasn't even able to get on the field with his.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Wake up. What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Look, I get you're upset, but we're in this together.
No, we're not. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Fiddlesticks.
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses. And the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups. As we'll see the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Florida Gators. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First and 10 now for the Spartans. Wade in the gun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Young. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, Wade. Flushed it now. Loose football. The ball comes out. It's going the other way. Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring it to 3rd and 10. They'll be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Oh, he almost picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Operating from the gun, McCann. And Jennings has it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
1-yard line.
From the gun, McCann. It's a caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
4 yards.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. To the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Looking to throw on second down. McCann.
Oh, damn it.
But it's incomplete.
You know what?
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy.
Drop that ball, Mitch. He's scared.
And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just
come here, bitch. Sit down.
I think Coach would be ecstatic to see them
going nowhere.
back up and now
Third
take it
and
down, get a punch in the end zone without turning it over.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in full down territory,
incomplete. It's scared.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Waiting to throw again.
Fumble. Straight speared the living shit out of him, too.
They have to make some decisions here.
That's a hard hit.
Fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
Hey, that's good. Do you want to take it?
Following the fumble recovery. McCann.
I'll take that touchdown. Thank you.
He will score. Touchdown, Florida.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
No, it's 10-0.
Now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Spartans nothing.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Well, they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Young. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Young on the carry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
You ain't getting that pass to be completed. Fuck you.
Manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Throw incomplete as well.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Their own 34-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. On first down, McCann. A deep ball for Ellington. And that is
That should have been pass interference.
There is something into a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, and with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run success.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
In the end zone. It's second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again. McCann. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh my God. You serious? Can't you keep your feet in bounds?
Brings up third down
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get that.
To throw on third down. McCann.
Thank you.
It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. Well, we discussed how important it was going to be for this quarterback to get off to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score. Gators
17-0 our score after 1. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And the ball is knocked out. And this will be
Fumble. Thank you.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position
What the hell kind of throw is that?
You got to take care of the rock.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is...
And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tackled at the 25.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Wade. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
When you start a lot of offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Looking downfield for Jones.
Thank
He rifles
you.
one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
1st and 10, Florida. From the gun.
Hey, Aaron, you see this? Wide open.
For a right side here, complete.
No, it was complete. His feet stayed inbound.
The 25-yard line.
Well, I'm looking forward to doing. I hit the wrong button on that play. So now I got this play.
Drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
I don't know. Watch this. Boom. Touchdown.
He will score. Touchdown, Florida. 23 yards for the touchdown. And this offense is running away with this.
Look at the score. I'm the Gator head. So I'm the Gators. I'm Florida. And I'm going against Michigan State.
At a very high level. Tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight.
And the route is on here in this first half.
I'm the orange one, Arrow. I'm not the green one. I'm the orange one.
Spartans, nothing.
Florida Gators against Michigan State.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off.
Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25.
I'm in the semifinals right now.
Return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where
Come
leadership
here.
really comes
Take him down. God damn. Don't let him get some of the damn yards.
Sometimes they just make a joke because, all right, guys, that's your
It's
fun.
not that hard to bring the
Let's
fight
get
down.
back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On
Here,
1st and 10.
Here,
Wade
Mitch.
looking for his running back, and he's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down.
Going somewhere? Don't think so.
He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson.
No, sir.
Jalen Anderson, the ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard.
Fourth and 1.
He needed 3. He
They're going
got
for a
2.
field
Now
goal.
that'll
If
set
anything,
up
they
an
got 3
interesting
points. I doubt they're going to
situation
make
here
that
on
long
4th and a
range.
yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not
Miss.
getting turned. All the other guys
Short.
making sure they're in the
Nope, they got it.
and not play. They were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Operating from the gun. McCann throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Going for it all.
Yeah.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida.
Good. It's 37-3 right now.
Continue to pour it on. Wow, I mean, you talk about a guy
Made
catching
that
absolute fire. That
38
is now
to
5 first-half touchdown passes.
Yeah, made that 38-3.
I think this performance that
They're down. The Michigan State is down 35 points.
the entire game. I know. We're talking about Coach O'Brien here. He may want to make a change.
Why, you like Michigan State or something?
I don't see it in this case. I see him stand with the hot hand. He's made the right
Huh?
decision before the game even started by handing him
Because
the
I
ball.
like Florida.
I think he'll let him play it out.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
One of my favorite quarterbacks played for Florida, and his name was Tim Tebow. He was a very powerful quarterback. Like, he was able to run the option or just take the ball himself and just run and score a touchdown. He was crazy.
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Incomplete.
Halftime here in the first semifinal. All Florida thus far.
Gators 38, Spartans 3.
So the first quarter I scored 17. The second quarter I scored 28. I think it was.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup.
Let's do it.
Just outside the goal line. And fights through one man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's see.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question, he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise, well,
and that's going to be caught.
Another touchdown.
Big play there. 43 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes. And you think about this guy, as we said, rotated in and out of the lineup all season. But right now, he looks as if he's had a zillion starts out there. He has been on point all game long. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the ground, they go with Young. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Can't do that. You're gonna make everything happen.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And it's taken in at the 9. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
32-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. throwing on first down. McCann, that's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, McCann. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in that second half blowout material.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the gun, McCann. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2-yard line.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off.
This will make it into the end zone.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive. Anderson loses the football. And this is picked up by the defense. They find some open field here. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And it's up and good.
Gators 59, Spartans 3.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Spartans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back now here on EA Sports.
Spartans 3.
On 3rd down, Wade. He finds an open man, Simpson. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Keon Simmons, 50 yards. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
A dangerous return man showing it here.
The Gators take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. On 1st and 10, McCann.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stop the line of scrimmage and try to stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. A deep ball for Ellington. He's got it at the 15. He's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there on third down. 54 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. As many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. The Gators now with a 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCann. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, folks, this is just getting ridiculous now. 7 touchdown passes. He is no doubt making up for lost time, putting an entire year of stats essentially into one football game. And by the way, those 7 touchdown passes, a college football playoff record.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown.
What?
Back out.
Yes.
To kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking this
pressure comes and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wade, throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards.
At the 14-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Young. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
That's good.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
From the gun, Wade. And it is caught. Touchdown, Michigan State.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score, Gators 66, Spartans 17.
Michigan State got the touchdown and now sets for the kickoff. This will make it into the end zone.
Now
increase here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Throwing on first down. McCann. A deep ball for Ellington. It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
17.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Michigan State now with a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Wayne. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the...
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Got a man on the right sideline. That's Simpson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance.
And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Zalante Jones, 50 yards.
And his guys are able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. From the gun, McCann looking here for Smith downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
But what a great start to the season here in the College Football Kickoff Classic. And for the junior quarterback, a first start and a first win, and a very big win at that.